Hi guys, I'm Travis.
And I'm Steven.
And you're watching episode 9 of House of Mimosa's podcast, The Aftercast.
That's right.
Which we're really excited about. Here we talk about things from our podcast a little bit more in depth. So if you didn't hear this week's podcast, check out iTunes, search House of Mimosa, and subscribe now. So I don't know what is up with me this week. I felt like the whole time that we were recording that podcast, like I was having a stroke.
You felt a little out of it?
Well, I felt like I couldn't grasp my thoughts, and I felt like they were scattered. And
that's okay. Maybe, we just weren't into it as much as we normally are into it, possibly.
Well, I don't know. I was into it, but I felt weird. I don't know.
It just felt like we weren't,
I don't know.
Well,
we were missing Michelle this week.
We were, so that adds a lot to the dynamic,
But how exciting, we had a phone call from our friend, Ivy Winters.
Ivy Winters!
From RuPaul's Drag Race season, I always forget, 5.
Season 5, I believe,
So lovely, so nice.
So sweet.
The nicest.
She's the greatest.
And she's so freaking beautiful, I can't stand her.
Oh, have you seen some of those pictures?
Her
in the blonde hair. It's like very Veronica Lake.
She's gorgeous. I can't. And
Beautiful.
so talented. If you haven't seen Ivy Winters perform, check her out. She's on the Battle of the Seasons tour right now.
Oh, yeah.
Which is playing in New York the 4th and 5th, or 5th and 6th.
It's like the first week in March.
Yeah, it's coming up. Check it out. Battle of the Seasons.
Yeah.
She throws fire out of her mouth and
she juggles like crazy, and then she also does the stilts.
Yeah.
She's on these stilts, and she performs the whole act on
amazing.
stilts.
I can't.
It's incredible.
It's awesome.
You have to see it.
It's awesome. So what else do we have to talk about?
Well, we talked a little bit about the Oscars, but
the Oscars, which we didn't watch together.
No, we didn't see it together this year, but it was crazy. And I went to a party for the Oscars, and everybody was like talking, and so I barely was able to comprehend a lot of the jokes that Neil Patrick Harris had, and I couldn't really tell if he did a great job or not.
I mean, I'm not a fan of him, but I think I'm not a fan of him because he hosts everything.
Everything.
Like, I'm kind of over it. Like, I'm kind of like, he's okay. He's okay.
I mean, I love Ellen DeGeneres.
Look for the car keys, Judy Garland.
Well,
as a host.
Apparently they've already asked her for next year.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, he did this. It was the opening number was really cool. I loved what they did with the screen behind him.
That was awesome.
I really loved that, and how he stayed there. And at the end, he took the pose of the Oscar, and I thought, that's really cool.
I didn't notice that.
So I really enjoyed that. And, I mean, I didn't love the musical, the number as far as a music. What am I trying to say? I didn't love the music that was used in the number. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I understand. But it was original, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was written, but it was very, I don't know, it was like a new age pop musical theater sound, and it just sounded odd to me, very...
I gotcha.
But we did talk about Lady Gaga.
She was phenomenal.
Oh my God.
She was totally phenomenal. I mean...
Ugh.
Yes, Gaga, you look so good.
She could do no wrong now in my eyes. I can't.
Well, I don't think she could ever do it wrong. I've been a big fan of hers from like day one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Gaga, slay mama.
But I said this on the podcast that I can't say that I've been like head over heels about some of the recent stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I love the collaboration with Tony Bennett, though.
I mean, but you're not listening to it.
No, I'm not listening to it over and over. Here and there I'll put it on, but
But last night her voice here's something we didn't talk about on the podcast. Someone who knows how to use their instrument. I mean,
yes.
The sounds were just so full
and pure.
Yeah.
And, and then she has that grit when she does, rock music or pop music. And just to have that depth.
She was great.
She can do it. Oh, and Bette Midler, I didn't tell you this. No. Bette Midler put out there on social media, she said, this girl can sing anything.
Yes.
Well,
and that's a big deal.
She's like a quadruple threat. She's amazing.
I can't wait to see what else is in store.
Yeah, see what else. We've heard to the grapevine that her next album's already done. So it's going to be, I can't wait.
I'm excited about that.
I know that she's working with Red One, her producer, on like most of her huge hits. So,
like the Fame Monster and all that?
Yeah, which she didn't work on, she didn't work with him on this last album. So it'll be exciting to see if maybe they kind of do a back to her roots kind of thing, or see what they do with that. I'm excited to.
Well, I'm excited for some more dance numbers too from her.
I'm really distracted again by these goddamn dogs outside. I don't know what to do.
These dogs you heard about that serial killer that says that he constantly heard dogs, barking, and that they told him to kill people. Well, I have a feeling that this is happening to you.
Well, I looked up to make a noise complaint, but you have to choose a category that the noise complaint falls under.
Okay.
And none of it is like dog. It's like banging and pounding. It's like party sounds. It's like screaming on the streets.
That's screaming on the streets.
I guess maybe.
I would put it under there and then, comment below.
Well, the other thing, too, is that these dogs are outside,
all day.
Actually, now I think it's only one dog. I know it was two to begin with.
Okay.
But I think it's only one, and it's all day outside, and sometimes late into the night, and sometimes super early in the morning, and it's been freaking freezing here.
It is cold. I don't know how they do it outside like that.
Is this an issue for PETA?
Possibly. It might be.
I don't know. But what else has been going on? What's been going on in our lives?
Oh my god, well, lots going on. We're setting up for a whole slew of different performances and stuff coming up.
We're performing for the Chippendales. Well, we're opening for the Chippendales.
For the Chippendales in upstate New York, which I think is going to be really cool. I don't know how Gina Marie and Anita are going to react to the Chippendales, but we'll have to see.
No, nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with it. Yeah. Nothing wrong with it.
Hopefully they look good. Hopefully they look like Patrick Swayze and not Chris Farley.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's something different.
We had Bianca Del Rio come say hello to us at our brunch.
That's right.
We finished our
After
brunch
the show.
God, see, I'm all scattered.
It's okay.
After our brunch show, we hear knock, 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 and who comes walking in our dressing room but frickin' Bianca Del Rio? I almost shit myself.
Oh.
She's like, I heard your queens were here, and I had to say hi.
And I was washing my face, so you were already chatting with her, and then I came in, and I literally for a second thought, oh, this must be a friend of ours, and I looked up, and I'm like, oh my god, it's Bianca Del Rio.
Really, Queen?
And I kind of was like,
well, we've met him a few times.
Oh, yeah, and he's been
always
so nice. So nice.
Well, he gave us some tea and some shade, girl.
Ooh,
I
and
won't
some
spill
tips.
it here. I'm not going to spill it here because I don't want to do that.
He said, take every job that you can because you never know when your fire's going to fizzle out.
Your fire's gonna fizzle out.
He's on his Rolodex of Hate tour, which he told us he was flying to Australia today.
I know.
For some dates in Australia, and Courtney Act is opening for him. And
it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big deal for the Australian
Well, I'm just really excited about Season 7.
I'm excited, too.
I mean, really, RuPaul's Drag Race has really brought drag into the mainstream.
Yeah, it
has. It's funny because I feel like it's given our career a lot.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's also taken away a little bit in the fact that now everyone and their brother, and I've said this before, is doing drag.
And if you're not on Drag Race, then you can't get up to that platform that you need to be at.
But because of Drag Race, everyone wants a drag queen at the party.
True.
So we're doing a lot of our private events, and I don't know. I love what we do. I feel like what we do is
it's different.
I don't feel like we compete with any other girls because what we do is different. I mean, I'm really proud of what we do because...
Oh, no, yeah. And we've come a long way.
We have, and we've had a little help from a few friends, but basically we've taught ourselves everything, and I don't know, I'm proud of it. I
am too, and I like learning new things as it comes, and I'm like, oh, now I'm doing this contour and that, and seeing how the character can evolve, you know?
And we, in addition to makeup and costumes and stuff, we also produce all of our own background tracks, and we recently got some new recording equipment, which I'm so excited about.
We're excited to use.
We've played around with it a little bit, but we haven't really recorded our first official vocals. I think I'm really excited because my hope is that the quality that we get now will be good enough for us to put some stuff out there on a more professional level.
Yeah.
So, we can record some of our parodies vocally, and I don't know, I just didn't feel like we had the equipment, and I didn't have the education. Oh, hi, honey.
Oh, say hi, Gloria.
This is Gloria.
Gloria Victoria Astoria.
I just didn't feel like I had the know-how to record us in a way that was going to be professional enough.
And it's a learning process, Well,
now I think that I know. Now I think I know how to do it, and now we have the equipment. So I'm really super excited to see. Oh, there she goes.
Oh, come to Aunt Jackie.
It's a Gloria break. It's a Gloria break.
It's a Gloria break.
It's a little bit of a slow week, but I enjoy hanging out with our podcast and YouTube familia. Thank you guys so much for watching our Drag Race premiere red carpet video.
Oh my God. And if you haven't seen it, check it out.
We're at over 1,000 views right now. I think it's one of our highest viewed videos to date, and definitely the most views in the least amount of time.
Who did you think was a standout? Just to touch on it.
Well, I have to tell you, I didn't think this way before. Mm-hmm. I know everyone's excited about Trixie Mattel.
Yeah.
And I can say now that I'm very intrigued because, like I said before, we painted ourselves to look like a cartoon, and I feel like she kind of does that. She does that for herself now.
She's more like a piece of art. Like, she's really trying to make it a statement. Her face is a palette, I think,
But it's always the same.
Well, yeah, but that's her aesthetic, At least that's what I take from it.
I'm also excited to see the reunion for the Housewives coming up.
Oh my God.
I know you just touched on it, but the Beverly Hills Housewives...
It's crazy this year. Yeah, this year.
I don't know what I was distracted by because I can't keep my thoughts together today, but do you think Kim is back on something, or...
I don't think that she's back on something. I do think that she took
said,
something...
Yeah.
That day when she was in terrible pain. So I think that made her act crazy that specific time when Lisa Rinna was with her in the car. And it scared Lisa Rinna to the point where I think she thinks that she has a problem still.
Something else I realized this week is that I'm old.
Oh no. Why? Why are you saying that?
Well, through our show, right, we meet a lot of people.
Yes.
And we're very blessed in that our following is very diverse.
Yes.
And that includes an age. So
young kids.
Right.
Sometimes very young kids.
Right.
To older
Yeah.
Older
very old people.
Yeah. Who love it.
Right. These dogs are going to get me into trouble. These dogs are going to get me in a lot of trouble.
Someone's going to get murdered this week, and I hope it's not me.
It's going to be those dogs. But I've become friends with some of the younger folks on social media. And I'm not young, like, they're adults, but younger than me. And, they want me to go out and
party.
And I'm like...
But it's hard for us to do that because, we're
hard
working.
Old, girl.
And when we go out, it's usually for work. And, it's hard to get motivated to actually want to go out to a bar or a club.
I know, it's kind of like
social
asking
setting.
you to come into work on your days off.
True.
Like, come into work on your day off. Gloria needs her own YouTube show.
I know.
Gloria Gill. Oh, and here comes Lana.
Oh.
So, there's Lana Gill.
Oh, God.
But I was like, girl, I'm old. I am old. Old.
Oh.
I know. I
can't. It's different, I mean, we're not that youthful 20-somethings anymore.
But it just made me think about, like, our days, our
hanging
young
out
days
and partying.
And hanging out and having fun. And, oh my God, when I first moved to the city...
Oh my God.
I lived in an apartment with my best friend in the whole wide world. Shout out to Maria, I love you.
Hey Maria, we love you.
We lived in the smallest, tiniest apartment ever. I mean, you remember my bedroom.
Oh my God. Wait, tell everybody that... Well, you didn't even have a bed in it. It
I
was
had
a futon that when you opened it up, you could actually...
It went wall to wall. The futon, literally...
Maybe an inch or two in between.
Wall to wall. And that was it. And so, God, that was my apartment when I first moved to the city.
So crazy.
But we would go out, we would have fun. Oh, wait, here's a story I love. I remember one night we went out, and it doesn't take much for you to get drunk.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, especially back in that day.
And we got street meat.
And sometimes it can't be avoided.
When it comes down to it, when you're hungry and that's what you can afford, that's what you end up getting.
Oh, no.
And we were watching, I think, Saturday Night Live on my computer, on my futon, eating. You woofed it down like Ruby from Lifetime. No sooner did you take your last bite than you threw up on my futon that I have to sleep on. I remember one time going to Pieces and heckling one of my favorite sports in the whole wide world, and hopefully it never comes back to bite me in the ass, but one of my favorite sports ever is heckling a drag queen.
Okay.
It's my favorite thing to do. And when I've had a couple of drinks, I think that, like, I'm entertaining the whole bar.
Oh, yeah.
By heckling. I'm one of those people. And usually the queens are, like, good sports about it, because I don't think I'm being, like, super mean.
No,
you know,
no.
Like, yeah.
And, it's all tongue-in-cheek.
Right.
You know?
And if they're smart queens, they'll give it back
They'll
to me. But I remember this one queen, I don't know who it was, but she was so pissed. She had me kicked out of Pieces.
No,
Ooh,
I wasn't there that night.
No, I don't think you were.
Oh, my God.
It was bad. Oh, girl.
Oh, how funny.
And I was like, I don't care. I mean, it's Pieces. They make their alcohol in the basement, don't they? Oof. I think so. My God. If you want the cheapest drinks, cheapest in price and cheapest in flavor, Pieces is it. I think they have like $4 drink. Like, they're so cheap.
Oh, my God. But we had a good time there.
We had a really good time.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
In fact, we were talking about going there tomorrow.
I know! That's sad. All
right, well, thanks for listening to our stories. We love you. Please subscribe. Please check out our podcast on iTunes, where this week you can hear our guest, Ivy Winters, talk about the Battle of the Seasons tour. And we will see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.